Our next nominee is a force of nature. His face adorns billboards, his words sell newspapers, but having won world titles at 2 weights this year, there can be no doubt that Conor McGregor is not just talking the talk. This is a man who walks the walk.
Who was going out there time and time again, back to back to back to back, putting it all on the line and continuing to show up?
Unbelievable. The first punch he threw slept him.
They all say I'm all talk. I look at them and say they're all talk.
What he's been able to do in such a short period of time has been nothing short of magnificent.
All I hear is complaining, bitching, moaning. You want what I got, you got to put in the work. And as far as I'm seeing, nobody's putting in the work.
This man may be the biggest star in the world today. Back in Las Vegas.
If anyone can do it, it's me.
Oh my God!
I mean, winners focus on winning, losers focus on winners.
Surprise, surprise, the king is back!
You're focusing on me, I'm focusing on history. You're anyway, same height, same weight, same reach. You're not gonna last. Here we are again, more history.
McGregor is the UFC lightweight champion. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. God bless.
Well, unfortunately, Conor can't be with us as he was already booked for an engagement in Los Angeles, so we sent our own Claire McNamara to get his take on a phenomenal year.
I am delighted to be joined by the UFC lightweight champion, the notorious Mr. Conor McGregor. Conor, you're busy here today.
Hold on. Now. UFC lightweight and UFC featherweight world champion. Let's get it right. I'm the champion.
Will we get into that because I want to ask you about that. Because, you know, it's about the title taken back and all that.
Yeah, well, don't mind that.
Okay.
I'm still the 2-weight world champion. Make no mistake about that.
Okay.
They can say what they want. They can try and get phony belts and hand them out to people that I've already destroyed. I mean, the current champion is a guy I KO'd in 13 seconds. The current interim champion is a guy I destroyed as well, so...
Well, officially, Conor, have they taken him out? What do you...
I mean, officially, I don't care what nobody says. I am the 2-weight world champion, and that's that.
2016, a roller coaster for you, record-breaking, history-making. How are you at the end of it all?
I mean, I'm still working, still hustling every day like I am not me, like I am not in the position I'm in. So... it's good to be on top. It's good to be 2-weight world champion. It's been an amazing year, a learning year for me. Like you said, a roller coaster of a year, many ups, many downs. But I'm happy now. I came out strong at the end of it, and here I am standing tall.
Take us back to the big high, Madison Square Garden, that night in New York, that second round, that feeling.
I mean, that was the culmination of 28 years of hard work. That night was my entire life's work. Every single session, every single hour of training that I put in was for that moment right there. So it was an unbelievable moment for myself, my team, everyone that's come up with me on this journey, the fans that have been traveling the globe with me. It was an amazing night for us all. So I'm very grateful, very proud of it.
And there was drama and lows too back in March. The Nate Diaz defeat, a very different and a very rare feeling for you.
I mean, it was a learning curve of a fight for me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff back pre-fight that I did not speak of. I only spoke of a lot of stuff post-fight, post the second fight, because I didn't want to be that person who stands in the octagon or post-defeat and makes excuses and points blame. I didn't want to be that person. I've seen that many times. I think that shows a weakness in character. I accepted it was me. It was my fault. No matter whether I was under the weather or anything that was going wrong in camp or in preparation, I did not mention none of that. I took the loss like a man, the way a champion does. I went, I regrouped, I came back, better prepared, and I got that win back. And that's what I've been doing my whole career. I've been doubted my whole career. I've been counted out my whole career. Before me, none of us, no Irishman had been in there. Let alone, I remember before I won my Cage Warriors world title, those in the Irish MMA scene was like, no Irishman's going to win a Cage Warriors a world title in mixed martial arts. Are you serious? And that was just a more local, regional, European at the most. But this, never mind the UFC belt, that was like unheard of. There's no way we can't even compete with these people. They're too good. They've got too much experience, too much skill. But I went and I defied that with a solid team with my coach, John, a great team of people around me. And we went and we done it. We defied those odds. And, you know, every time we keep climbing and we keep raising the bar, and then we keep going past it. So it energizes me. It's a beautiful life I live, and I'm very, very happy, very, very focused, very, very self-motivated. I can go now and conquer maybe the boxing scene as well. That's a very serious thought, or that's a very serious conversation that's happening. So we'll see. I've got those wrestling guys trying to contact me as well. I've got Hollywood trying to contact me as well. I've got so many options.
You've got the boxing license now, Conor. Floyd Mayweather, is that a runner?
I mean, we'll see what happens, of course. I got the boxing license. Again, his last pay-per-view was 350,000 buys. It was a flop. The fight was a dud. His last 2 fights have been duds. So, I certainly don't need him. I could pick some local schmuck and still do big numbers. So that's where I'm at. Of course, the Floyd fight is the fight the public want to see. It's the fight that we all want to happen. But we'll see. These things take time. We
know your fame and your popularity. It's internet breaking stuff. There are detractors, though. There are people maybe watching who, you know, don't get UFC, who maybe think it's too violent, too dangerous. What do you say to people like that?
You know, it is. It's a violent, dangerous business, and I've seen it all firsthand. I've witnessed the worst you can witness in this business. So it is. It ain't. If that's the way you are, then it ain't for you. I'm not going to sit here and try and convince nobody I'm not going to try and tell nobody different. This is a crazy, ruthless business, and that's it. I'm in it, and I'm on the top of it. So think what you may, but I sleep well. I sleep under duck feathers. You know what I'm saying? I wake up and my breakfast is handed to me made. My clothes are brand new every day. So think what you want. Say what you want. I'm young. I'm successful. I'm Irish, born and bred. Born and bred. We come from nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I come from nothing. Where nobody from where I come from, there's so much despair back home. And you know what I mean? There's so many people in bad situations at home, and if I can give them motivation, and that's what people should focus on, not what I do to do it, because that's just something I've got to do.
Just finally, Conor, if you look to 2017, it brings fatherhood for you. Congratulations on that. Is the plan to take a break for how long?
I'm very excited about fatherhood, excited and nervous at the same time. I can't, you know, I don't know what to even say, but I'm just nervous and excited, so I just cannot wait. As far as a break, you know, I don't know. I know Dana's been on record, been like 10 months. He's taken 10 months. I don't know. Why you say 10 months? Originally I thought the baby was being born in March, and then it was May. So I was like, well, maybe I could get in a room. But I just don't know. I'm weighing up my options. But again, I expect that conversation. I expect them to fly that jet to me. Ari, Patrick, the new owners from WME, IMG, the guys that bought the UFC for $4 billion. I want to speak to them. I want to see what their plan is. Because right now, I don't know what nobody's plan is. All I know is they're trying to type onto a keyboard and say, we're taking this belt and we're taking that belt and we're doing this and we're doing that. You ain't doing nothing without contacting me first. So I'm ready for anything. Like, I did say I was going to take a break, but I was going to a Christmas break, the holidays. Okay. At least give me the holidays off. So look, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
Well, look, best of luck with everything next year. Thank you for coming to talk to us, and happy Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Thanks
happy Christmas to you too.
Cheers.